Now, as everybody knows, the Twig update is very much live, so it took a week to actually assess and speak to some people. I came across a streamer called Mark Plays, who plays different servers every day, and his link's in the description below. You can find his Twitch channel. Watching his gameplay, it became quite apparent that we need to do something that was going to stop people from coming from above, and from gameplay from my streams as well. It was the only time we were actually getting raided was from above. So looking through all the different bases I could find, I found loads of bunker bases from old really. There's one that's really popular, the bunker. It was just one of those ones that came across over and over again, but it didn't incorporate any sort of base. It was only a bunker itself. I've seen other bunker bases slightly put together, but it led me to start playing with some shapes, and this is the shape that I come up with. You can use other shapes. You can use just 6 triangles, a 2x2, a 1x1. It's up to you how you do it, but the concept is really just getting that lower ground and stacking ceilings. Now, this is only ever going to be a 16 max rocket raid really, because the high walls, if they shoot above it, it's not going to actually take the foundations out of the bottom. So the builds I'm going to do now are for the 1 to 2 day wipes that you're on, because that's what I find myself on, not official servers where you're grinding it out for fucking weeks trying to get a big base. There's no point, because all it takes is 1,000 wood in a weak spot and you're done. So the premises of this basically was to get something where you could get everything down low, get enough doors to stop you getting door raided at first as well. I'd recommend armoured doors every time. Build a 1x1 at start, get your starter base up, then start building this. Just slap a TC down so it can't be griefed, and just keep building, chipping away at it. This only came to about 55k stone for the build that I done, plus the walls, so it's not a lot compared to some bases, especially some bases that I've done. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it helps someone out. So as you notice, this is a bit different from what I normally do. I'm going to edit a bit different as well, so I can explain to you exactly how we're going to build it up. So obviously when you update, things have become a bit more difficult. So for this, the main aim is to try and minimise horizontal and vertically when people try to raid you. So we come in here just now, your cupboard go in here. Now you can lift these off by a ladder, and it's quite simple. So someone joins you late, you can just pick it up. It's quite simple. Done. Place it back on when you're done. Code lock's on there, door's on there. Yes, you can still flamethrower it, but it's up to you if you want to put bars up. You can put an armoured one on there. I think it'd probably splash back and kill them anyway. This is just what I've done for this section. A couple of boxes. I'll probably keep that wood so you can break it up as you move up further. You might want to expand out, you can seal that up. A couple of boxes, just quick little drops. This is for when you first start, remember. A hatch as well. Depending on how much stuff you've got, maybe want to do this as wood or even stone, then crack it out later. The reason for this being here is so you can upgrade certain sections in here and place the turret and refill it as and when it's required. Now, do not be fooled, these are foundations, so when someone rockets them, it's going to take 1, 2, it's like 3 to get into there, so that's 12 rockets to get in, but the high stone walls will protect these foundations. so they'll only take the top pieces out. So it's going to add another 4 rockets to it, so it's not too bad. The bases I'm building at the minute are for short wipe servers, because servers are dying quite quick. I don't see the point in doing big designs, big bases, when people just aren't really playing in the servers as long anymore. So you'll see that in this base. It's probably 12 to 16 rocket max, that's all it's for, because chances are you're not going to see endgame in it anyway, because the server will die. So this is really the first floor. It's quite cheap considering what it is. You can door stack this section here. Just a note, the triangles are on the end of squares, simply just to buff it up a little bit, because it's just literally one square, then you're in. Triangles here, I'm going to have to take this triangle out first, then take that out. Just note as well, when this goes, it's going to take that door frame away, so it's going to open that, so I'd probably put 2 doors on this side as well. So you just come into a triangle space, maybe double doors either side. Right, so now this side section's done, it's time to move on to the next floor. I mean, now it's split, we've got the added benefit that we can break floors up. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So, as you notice, this is different from how I normally edit. So bear with me, it's not a way that I actually like, but it's quite annoying to show from the view that I use. So now we'll get split. You obviously wouldn't do it in this order, but I'm trying to show you it whilst it's empty. You can put boxes in here, which is going to give another layer. We're also going to put a trap in place above this door. Now, this in theory, when the door opens, should shoot down people. So when you get your first turret, you can stick up there. If you get attacked, open your door, the turret should fire off. You've got those 2 doors below, that should keep you protected. So we're going to put a wall just here, which I can't because of that turret in a minute, so I'll remove that turret for a second. Place, stone it up. Now it's up to you how you use this area. Don't keep it all the same if you do use it, because I don't. If people catch on to it, it's quite obvious how it's set out and how it's done. We're only going to use these hatches for the central piece. To get to the roof, we're going to use an external hatch, as you've probably seen in the actual intro. So going back to this section, we're going to put a piece above there. Now, the reason for that is we're going to put a box above here as well later on that can store your ammo if you need to get to it quickly. So you can see we've got all this section in place now. Always make sure you keep door frames or walls going up because it just keeps stability. It should go higher up. Now for this section I don't use double doors a lot, but I'm going to put a double door in this bit here. Just put that in place. So the half wall is only going to really come in play, sorry, the half ceiling is only going to come in play for 2 sections here for me. Now I'm going to put door frames leading to it, just to add clunkiness if somebody tries to get in. Now it's up to you which way you want to fire them through. I recommend doing it that way, so if they come through the hatch, so it's harder for them to get through. Now to get the outside walls, this is a difficult bit. Obviously you probably do these first hand. Take them round, do them from the outside. They will try and lock in the other way. You just need to manoeuvre it around. You have to jump a bit. Take it in. Do as many as you can. Make sure you get resource to actually upgrade it as you go along as well though. Remember, twig only lasts an hour now, so bear that in mind when doing it. I'm just going to no-click back in. Take to here. Drop down, right. So you see now this is starting to take shape, and I'm going to put another floor on here as well to secure it. So take triangles, put that above there. I'm going to put another hatch in because I want to go up another floor. You don't have to. If you're happy with the space you've got, you keep that space. It's not a lot of space, but fair enough. I'm going to put a bedroom up above, so if they get in, they're only getting a bedroom. That's all they're getting. It's just a deterrent more than anything. Bear in mind, hatches don't take a lot to get through, but that, when you're watching this, given how red it's kicking off with hatches in a minute, we might have an armoured hatch at some point, or when it's better than it currently is. As you can see from that, we are in business. So if I take another hatch, just drop it in. See now we've got everything we need for this section. Put a box there. I would put a double door potentially here as well. Again, just to add to the arsehole factor, but you need the stability as well. Put a double door in that section, it means you can get up, load it, unload it as you need. People just can't get into the side, run it out, smash it up. You can't really break it, so if they do get in, you get a chance to maybe get a door open, get it loaded up, and they can maybe catch them at this side as well, so it gives you an extra bit of chance. Up to you what you put in this top bit. I would only put boxes in the bottom, maybe a shit box at the top. It's completely up to you. I'm not going to tell you how to build it. Never ever fully copy someone's layout, only copy the design. So I went ahead and honeycombed the outside and brought it all up. As I mentioned, this is the central hatch that brings you up to the roof here. These points become your turret points. This section will be honeycombed through. This is the next floor. We're going to do the rooms. Now you're going to have to go through 2 sections each time to get down. This will be the last time we use a hatch internally, so they don't think, yep, just jump on, take the hatch out straight away. We're going to have to be a bit inventive, use metal barricades as best we can along the walkways to try and stop people from actually getting up, but you have to maintain some kind of route for you to get to the turrets as well. That's one thing you need to keep in mind when you're doing it. You'll find now when you're here, these walls go a lot easier. I don't know why, it's just the rust meta building that's just fucked up as everything else. So with this being the last one that I'm going to use for here, I'll just lock this up, put the triangles in place. You'll find that because stability is very low now, because you're breaking up sections, and as I said before, make sure you use door frames and everything else in place. Now, do not store your stuff at the top. Do not fucking do it, alright? This is simply going to be a sleeping area, quick couple of beds in here. They can get straight to this internally, get down and protect as much as possible. I'm not going to show you the layout of beds and stuff, it's pretty pointless. We'll upgrade this and we'll show you the next section. It's up to you where you place your turrets. Completely up to you. You can place them in these triangles, or you can place them in here. When I say in here, that's because you can now do... Should work. Yep, there we go. Triangle there. Triangle here. A triangle there. You can now put turrets in this section. So you can have like turret holes. Just bear in mind, if you have trouble clicking the walls like I did in some bits, you might not get coverage over here, so put one outside. Now, you could, if you wanted to, put a hatch here, and you can get up to it, and put one of the turrets there, one of the turrets there, facing out, and just have like a peephole so you can see where everything is. Completely up to you. Like I say in every video, I am not going to tell you how to do the roof. People have their own way of doing roof for defence. I'm not going to do it in a way where you can go on the roof and defend from the roof, because people still do it. People say roof camping is dead now. It's fucking not. We've just went through a wipe where all they did was roof camp constantly. And when someone tried to get up to them, they just ran back in. It's not gone. It's not really fixed it. Offline raiding, I think it's a lot higher now, so it's something they need to play with a little. Do not put a roof piece here, because if you put a roof piece here you get stuck. Don't do it. It's like the old trap, you won't get up. So do not make that mistake and put a roof piece in place. Remember, you cannot remove anymore with a hammer. Can't do it. It doesn't let you, regardless how long it's been done. So bear that in mind when doing any constructions. Don't upgrade until you're happy that everything's in place. Now it's up to you how high you take this. I'm not going to go much higher with this build, as you've seen. You could take it out and take it through as much as you want. I started off with 100k stone, and I made a couple of mistakes in some of the floors, so I added another 5k back onto that, maybe 6. So for where we're at, it's 45k, 50k mark. It's not bad for what it is. Remember, this is a short wipe build. It's not for an official wipe. Say we got a lot of servers now that die quite quick. completely up to you how you do this build at the top bit. Just use the concept of the bunker, bringing it up. Don't copy the base fully. You can actually do this with just using full triangles at the bottom, or 4 squares or 2 squares. Completely up to you how you build it. I'm going to do a couple of build streams where we're going to show how you can actually do different ways of the bunker. And this is just the way I liked. It spaced it out quite nice for what I wanted. If anyone wants to see like bigger group bases with the bunker, by all means put in the comments and I'll see what I can do. I go la 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 la.